talk about play. How should your child be playing at different stages of development? We're going to start at 6 to 12 months and then move up to 4 years old. So wait, why are we talking about play skills? I'm a speech therapist. Play is how children learn. If you want your child to talk, you need to make sure that your child knows how to play. Because I will tell you, if your child's behind in these play skills, if they're missing some of these things, then they are most likely behind in language as well. We get those play skills up, we get those language skills up too. Between 6 and 12 months of age, I'm expecting to see a child engaging in social games. That's things like patty cake and peekaboo. Not just engaging, but showing enjoyment of, and like laughing and giggling and smiling, anticipating, trying to pull the blanket down, trying to pull it back up, trying to grab your hands in order to do patty cake, trying to do the clapping themselves, not just allowing you to do it all, but trying to be involved in it. They start using a few social gestures like waving hi and bye and like pointing, maybe even taught them to blow a kiss. Oh, and clapping too. Children start clapping definitely between 6 and 12 months when they're excited or when they see someone else clapping. They start to show a preference for certain toys, especially around 12 months. And they are moving towards using toys the way that they are intended to be used. So not just banging toys and mouthing toys, but moving towards, okay, I'm not mouthing the bus anymore, I'm trying to roll the bus. I'm trying to push the bus. I'm not mouthing the ball anymore. Around 12 months, I'm rolling the ball to mom. Let's move on to the ages between 1 and 2 years. Now, this is more like 12 to 15 months, I'd be expecting to see a child starting to use tools. So like a spoon for trying to feed themselves, or a spoon for stirring in their cup while playing or while eating, or maybe a cup in the bathtub and scooping and pouring, or a hammer with a hammer toy. At 18 months, we are expecting to see a child to do some simple pretend play like feeding a doll or a stuffed animal. Even talking on the phone, acting like they're mommy talking on the phone, whether it's a toy phone, a real phone. Whether it's a toy phone, a real phone, or just a thing they found on the ground, talking into it, that's extra great. That's using something that's not really the item and pretending it is. In this age range, we're looking for a child to seek help from adult when something goes wrong while playing. If a toy has broken or they can't figure it out, they can't do it by themselves, then they seek an adult's help. They start imitating adults in play. So if the adult was making the monkey bounce on the bed, jump on the bed, then the child makes the monkey jump on the bed too. Not only the actions, but definitely with this age range, imitating the sounds and the words as well. Between 1 and 2 years old, we're looking for them to talk to themselves while playing. That is a totally normal thing to do, and it's actually really great, and we look for it as speech pathologists. They're over there playing blocks, but are they dead silent while playing blocks, or are they talking to themselves? During this age range, we start seeing parallel play, even as young as 12 months, where they're playing near or next to a child, but they're really not involved with the other child. They may show a little bit of interest in the child, but they're not interacting much, talking too much, or trying to play the same thing with them. Not yet. Between 2 and 3 years old, children start to do associative play, which is they are next to each other and they're doing the same activity, and there's brief interactions, but they're really not working together to do the same thing, like they're not working together to build the tower. Between 2 and 3 years old, children start to play house, which is a really fun game, of course, right? They start to use objects symbolically. So we talked about talking on the phone. Really, we see it pretending that like the banana is a phone between 2 and 3 years old, but definitely like maybe they took a stick off the ground and now it's an airplane. Between 2 and 3 years old, they show interest in toys and understanding of toys in a whole, as a whole, rather than just parts. For example, like only being interested in like the moving parts of an object, but understanding how the moving parts work together, and using the toy appropriately and more advanced in that way as well. Now, play skills between 3 and 4 years of age. They start to be able to complete puzzles with 3 to 4 pieces. Now that means puzzles that are actually interlocking puzzle pieces, So they're usually very large squares, but there's only a few pieces that go fairly easily together. They start to pretend to play with stuffed animals and baby dolls, as in moving for them and talking for them. Really excited to see this as a speech language pathologist, because they're using their language in a new and exciting way for not just their own bodies, but for a little pretend body too. To be honest, I see the skill between 2 and 3 years old talking for baby dolls and action figures and cars and things like that. So this particular list I'm using says 3 to 4, but I do see it younger, and I do encourage it younger, between 2 and 3 years. Between 3 and 4 years of age, we do expect turn taking and cooperative play to start developing. So I do teach toddlers between 2 and 3 years old to start taking turns. But this list says 3 to 4 years old is where that skill starts to really be strong and develop more effectively. They also start doing dramatic play between 3 and 4 years old. That means things like dress up and taking on characters and roles. Maybe they're a vet, maybe they're a doctor, maybe they're a chef, and they start to take on those roles and create a story and a scheme together. So those are really exciting, really fun things to do with your toddlers, but start working on them early. You know, even though it's not expected until 3 to 4, start giving them examples of that early on. The language that you're going to practice in that is going to be fantastic. So this was a short list of play skills that we expect to see between these different age groups. And again, play skills, language skills, wow, they are definitely connected. Get those play skills up, get those language skills up in result of that. So now I know that a lot of parents are very busy, and maybe both parents are working and having time to do stuff like dramatic play and pretending with stuffed animals. That's really hard to carve out the time. But I'm telling you that the results and the benefits of carving out time like that for your child are huge, really, really huge. So let's say you only have 5 minutes in the evening because you work late and you come home and you eat and bath and all that thing. 5 minutes, hey, 5 minutes can make a difference. And then hopefully over time you can move it up 5 to 10 minutes. And then maybe 10 to 15 minutes. And hopefully that is a really rewarding, fun experience for you and your child, and that bonding will be great as well as the language development. So whatever you can carve out is really going to benefit your child. Thanks for watching. Hope that this is helpful. Please like, subscribe so you never miss a video, and share with someone you know who will benefit. Thanks so much. I'm Kayla from Walkie, Talkie. And look out for some more videos from me. Subscribe so you don't miss it, of course, but I'll be making videos on how to teach play skills. Thanks so much. Bye.